Namaste, Ji, Namaste. So, as on 20th of July, the Supreme Court has struck down the 97th Amendment and only a portion of it using the doctrine of severability. So, what was the 97th Amendment? Now, these details become extremely important if you are taking any law entrance in September of 2021, and generally speaking, now moving forward, even for 2022 exams, this becomes crucial. So, 97th Amendment came in 2011. It did a couple of things. First and foremost, it introduced certain words. So in 19, clause 1, clause C, so this is article 19, clause 1, subclause C, it said associations और unions जो आपके पास fundamental rights है, उसके बाद एक ये शब्द आप डाल दीजिए और cooperative societies. Now of course article 19 is given where? It's part 3, that's right to freedom, and of course limited by the reasonable restrictions given in 19 clause 2 introduced by the first amendment. Each and every line that I've spoken just now is a MCQ in a law entrance. Alright. So 19(1) clause C के अंदर ये शब्द आ गए. Then it introduced article 43B. कहाँ पे जा रहा है? Part 4, which is DPSPs. And then we got in part 9B. So it was obviously inserted after part 9A. Part 9A contains municipalities. Now 243ZH to 243ZT, this is a frequent question again in LLM entrances कि part 9B में articles extend from which number to which number. So it's 243ZH to 243ZT. Now this gives an idea that if you actually see the last article of the constitution, it will read as 395. But in actuality, if you end up totaling the number, it won't be that, because there are articles such as these and it's quite a long list. Now part 9B was introduced. In 2013, this entire thing was challenged in Rajendra N. Shah versus Union of India, and a Gujarat High Court division bench said that the 97th Amendment, we are going to strike it down to the extent to which it introduced the conditions on law of cooperative societies. So in 2021, today, this judgment has been upheld because the union must have gone into appeal. So अगर आप केस लॉ जब भी इस जजमेंट की कॉपी अवेलेबल होगी, आप देखेंगे it will be Union of India versus Rajendra N. Shah, वो बदल जाएगा because now these guys are the appellants, these guys are the respondents, right? So we are basically upholding this judgment. Now Justice K.M. Joseph, in a sort of a dissent, you can say, he says कि जी मैं entire 97th Amendment, I'm not in favor that this is constitutionally valid, but let us hang on to Justice J.M. Joseph वाला point 1 second. Why is this not? मतलब चक्कर क्या है, खुशी क्या है, या rather ratio क्या है? So Article 368 given in Part 20, perhaps one of the most controversial articles if you go through the legal history of India from 1951 to 1973, इस आर्टिकल और आर्टिकल 13 के बीच में ही लड़ाई चल रही थी. तो आर्टिकल 368 में दो तरीके की अमेंडमेंट दे रखी. ओवरऑल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में 3 तरीके की अमेंडमेंट है. एक तो आर्टिकल 4 में कहते हैं कि जी अगर आप आर्टिकल 2 और 3 को जो आपको अगर पावर यूज़ करनी हो, you won't count it as a constitutional amendment. You need not use your power under Article 368. Just pass a simple legislative act, और किसी स्टेट का एरिया बढ़ाना है घटाना वो आपकी इच्छा. ठीक है जी. 368 में वो एक तरीके की अमेंडमेंट which is not counted under 368. So it's not counted as an amendment under 368. यहाँ पे there are 2 clauses in 368 which says special majority चाहिए ही चाहिए आपको, so the bill can originate in either house and then you will need a special majority to pass it, and there is never a provision of a joint sitting in a constitutional amendment, right? Constitutional amendment bill rather. Then the second type of amendment says, that's 368 clause 2, that you are going to be needing special majority if you do this sort of an amendment which is sort of affecting the states. So if it is affecting the states, or if you are changing anything relating to the president, the Supreme Court, something to do with the high courts, basically anything which affects the states, you will need ratification by 1/2 of state legislatures by resolution. तो इनकी भी रजामंदी चाहिए. क्यों? After all, it's a union of states. So this is almost, you can say, a check on parliament's power, ताकि ये लोग ज़्यादा ही गुंडागर्दी ना कर दें. समझ में आई बात? तो 368 क्लॉज 2 में तो राजेंद्र एन शाह जी ने ये कहा कि भाई ऐसा है, ये कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज अगर 243ZH to ZT में आप जाएंगे, दिस इज अफेक्टिंग अ लॉट ऑफ स्टेट लॉज. इफ दिस इज अफेक्टिंग अ लॉट ऑफ स्टेट लॉज, ये आपने स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर की रैटिफिकेशन तो ली नहीं. सो दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, द 97th one, is ultra wise. This was beyond your powers. This is unconstitutional. You should have taken ratification by the state legislature. Since you haven't taken it, I challenge that this amendment did not follow the procedure laid down in the constitution. Gujarat High Court agreed. Supreme Court agreed. So, but the two judges, so majority 3 judge की bench थी, तो 2 judges said सिर्फ part 9B उड़ा दो, that is unconstitutional, we are striking it down. But let part 43B 19(1) clause C में अब जो है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, बट आप ये उड़ा दीजिए बिकॉज यहाँ पे 43B and 91 clause C में स्टेट्स का कोई लेना देना नहीं. सो वी आर यूजिंग डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ सेवरेबिलिटी, एंड डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ सेवरेबिलिटी is applicable on a constitutional amendment. ये किस केस में दिया हुआ था? 10 schedule में paragraph 7, that's Quijano Holohan versus Zelucho, if my pronunciation is correct, right? So गुजरात हाई कोर्ट ने कहा कि भैया राम राम, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा राम राम only to part 9B. जस्टिस के.एम. जोसेफ ने डिसेंट दिया कि नहीं, पूरी हटाओ, जब ये फॉलो ही नहीं हुआ तो क्या. एंड दैट्स pretty much all that there is to this news. And that pretty much is all that the examiner can, may, shall, नहीं shall तो नहीं, can, may पे रहते हैं, can, may, can/may ask you. It's as simple as that. ठीक है जी. Wishing you all the best. Doctrine of severability, doctrine of eclipse, सब चीज़ों पे इस चैनल पे आपको लेक्चर्स मिल जाएंगे. TLOI stands for Teaching Laws of India. So you try to teach stuff instead of perhaps dictating it out to you. All right. Wishing you all the very best. Take care. Bye.